In this episode, I'm going to talk about what I'm carrying in my PFD right now. We're going to start with a super high-end PFD that has all the best stuff in it and a bunch of safety gear. And this is what I'm taking on my class 4 or 5 type trips. And then we'll talk about this one that's also really good. Doesn't have the highest quality stuff in it, but stuff that's a good value and still really good. This is what I'll take a lot of times on class 2, 3 trips. So the first thing is the whistle. This is the Fox 40 Sonic Blast. It's a little bit louder than the Fox 40 Classic that a lot of people have. Has a little rubberized thing for your teeth, so you can put your teeth on it. And yeah, I put it on my zipper here. I can bend my neck enough to blow it. Not everybody can. And so you may want to put it up higher, but I put it on the zipper right here. It also helps me open this really quickly to get to what's inside of here. The first thing I'm going to talk about is my knife. This is the Spyderco Atlantic Saw. This is a beautiful knife. This is my favorite river knife. Full serrated edge, amazing seal, super sharp. I did a video about this one if you want to learn more. This is a great knife for cutting rope. And I like foldable knives. I don't like external knives. That's just an opinion. You make your own choice on where you put your knife, of course. Also, I carry trauma shears. These are a great backup for a river knife. If I'm trying to cut something with this one and I drop in the river, this can still cut rope. But I can also cut clothes off somebody, cut a dry suit off somebody if we need to get to some sort of fracture or some sort of cut. In a first aid situation, these trauma shears are really nice to have. And the trauma shears are super light. I also carry a sunscreen with me. This is some super hippie stuff Aaron told me about. And lip balm because I get chapped lips. And I also have a CPR mask. This is just a little protective mask. It's not the full-on one that EMTs use. But if you have to do CPR in the field, you're going to want a mask. And so I think this is sort of like a mandatory thing everybody should carry. For safety gear, I have a couple things. This PFD has this really cool pocket. I have a flip line, and I have this black diamond magnetron. I think it's called the magnetron carabiner. It's magnetic. It's locking. Really easy to open and close. As you can see, you can do it with one hand. I clip it onto a boat to do a reflip. I can make this into an anchor on a boat or a tree. This is the the Blue Water Titan Sling. I'll put a link to all the stuff down below if you want to check this stuff out and learn more and buy these things. This is a great flip line. On this side and in this PFD, I'm also carrying a carabiner, a pulley, and a prusik. This is my favorite prusik. This is the Sterling Auto Block, super high quality. And I carry this Rock Exotica mini machined pulley. It's small. This is a really awesome pulley, a bit expensive, but a great pulley. I carry this with me because when I'm running harder rivers, I tend to use this stuff for a variety of stuff. If it's in a bag somewhere, it's more of a process, but I end up needing this more than if I have it available, I use it more than I think that I would. So that's the stuff in this PFD. You also notice this is a rescue PFD. It has a rescue harness. When I'm running harder rivers, I'll wear this, but it does add a little bit of weight, so I'm kind of torn on it sometimes. I have been trained on it. I do practice with it, so I feel pretty good about wearing it. But it's not something I think everybody needs to or has to wear. Let's talk about this PFD next and what's in here. This is one of my favorite PFDs. It's the Astro Designs blue vest or blue jacket. And on this one I have the Fox 40 Classic. It's not as good as the Sonic Blast. This one only costs like a couple bucks more, so I'm not sure why I wouldn't get this. But I already had this one. It's a classic whistle. And inside the zipper I have a few things. You'll notice I also have the EMT shears here. Again, they're cheap and they're light. They're nice to have. This is the Gerber Easy Out Rescue Knife. This is a great knife for the price. It opens really easy, big serrated edge, great steel. More than 50%. It's like the knife in this PFD is like 120 bucks. This thing's like 30. I don't know. It's way less expensive. It's still a really good knife. It's not the best knife, but it's really good. I have a little sunscreen here. This is not the hippie sunscreen Aaron recommends. I have chapstick in here as well. And I'm pretty sure I have a CPR mask and one of these zipper pouches. Yep, and I have a CPR mask right here. I just think that everybody should have one of these. Maybe more important than a knife. I don't know. That's probably hearsay. People probably wouldn't like to hear that. But, I mean, it's super important to have if to do CPR on somebody. And I don't carry a prusik and a carabiner and a pulley in this PFD just because I use this on the class 2, 3 stuff where I'm not as worried about it. So that's just, my opinion. But I do in the side pockets, and the green vest and the blue vest have these cute little side pockets, I do have a flip line. And I have the same flip line. Even though this is the less expensive stuff, I have the Blue Water Titan Sling, this Magnetron carabiner. Again, it's so easy to open. If I have to do a reflip, I don't have to sit here and fiddle with a locker. I just go boom onto a carabiner and it's locked. So I'm a big fan of this, even with the less expensive stuff. This isn't a rescue vest. I don't always wear a rescue vest. For me, I'm going to choose whether I wear one on the river I'm going to do. I have the luxury of owning multiple PFDs, so I can do that. So again, if I'm doing class 4 or 5 stuff where I think I might be doing rescues, I'll probably bring this one with the rescue harness. If I'm doing class 2, 3 stuff where I probably won't be doing crazy rescues, I'm more likely to wear this PFD. I like this one a lot too. So that's what I'm carrying my PFDs right now. I'd love to know what you hear. If you have something different, some better equipment, if you have ideas of things you would leave at home or more things you would carry, please put those in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about what I think is a full, not a full rescue kit, but sort of like a good rescue kit, not like the full big kit, but a medium-sized rescue kit, contents of that, I'll put that in the video right here and be right there, I think. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.